friends, your favorite besties are back for another episode of No MAAM. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my podcast co-host in chaos,
Jhoany. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No MAAM.
All right, friends, today we are joined by a friend of the podcast, the people's drag queen. It's Boy Gorge. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, boys. Thank you so much for having me. What a treat. What a fun day.
Yes, love it.
I know. Oh my God. I love kicking with you at the Ridge, so I just know this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
And you always
And
have the shadiest comments, so I know this is going to be something else.
Yeah, I just messaged you guys like maybe a week ago. I was like, so
Mhm.
how do I get on this podcast? And then I swiped up so hard the other day when you were like, we're looking for somebody to talk some shit about. And I said, I'm me. I said, pick me. I said, I would like to. I feel like I'm qualified.
Yes. And this is not going to be the last time you come on the pod. We're actually going to have you on for a regular episode where we tell the friends all about you. We get to know you, a little bit of your journey, about your drag history, all that good stuff. So be on the lookout, friends, for the actual episode with Boy Gorge. But just a little sneak peek into how this is going to look like. So today we are recapping. No, I'm kidding. We are critiquing the looks from the Meet the Queens of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. The new season premieres Friday, January 2nd. And friends, for a little context, Jhoany and I will be recapping Season 18 during Season 4 of the No MAAM podcast. And we're doing something a little different for our Season 4. We're doing a brand new segment called No MAAM Talks Drag Race. But listen, we're switching it all up. Because every recap, the besties will be joined by a local drag artist who is ready to drop their most chaotic, unhinged, and problematic opinions. Respectively, of course. Because, we have to throw a little respect on the queen's name because they're on the TV and they're doing this for us. So get ready for Season 4 because it's about to be messy, real, and very No MAAM. Hopefully it matches Season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race because the chatter online is... the girl's not liking the promo. They think it's very boring.
Okay, I was supposed to say, are we getting into the Reddit stuff? Because I'm a girl who I don't like a spoiler, so I'm not like trying to look ahead. But I can definitely tell when some of these girls confession or like Meet the Queens. I'm like, oh, I don't think you make it too far. And like to your point, respectively, you're on the race, you're on the TV, so.
Right.
Yeah, but see, my thing with this is like obviously now, like when they film this, they know what place they landed in. You still have to sell the fantasy.
Yeah.
Like the people back at home don't know that you were like first or second out. Like make us believe you went all the way to the top and you got like 4 wins. And like you said, I feel like a lot of these queens, I was just kind of like, well, it's obvious you were like one of the first 5 out, so you don't give a fuck. Which I found it kind of boring, honestly.
For sure. And like as somebody who's gone through the audition process, the questions that they ask you in auditioning are the same that you get with Meet the Queens. So that's really interesting. And for some reason, the girls always choke up on why are you America's Next Drag Superstar? And it's a heavy question.
Yeah.
It's a heavy question.
What I noticed this promo and like these interviews is it feels like the chemistry was off a little bit. I can tell, and especially in the the actual promo video, that the only chemistry that I saw was obviously between Athena and Juicy, but that makes sense because that's grandma and granddaughter. Then I thought that was a really cute moment where they're like talking shit to each other. Love it. But the other chemistry and the vibes, they just seem really off. It just seemed like every girl was kind of doing their own thing. And I'm not sure if it was because maybe the promo was rushed or they didn't have enough chemistry building in the season. I don't know, but it just felt a little off coming from Season 17 where those girls feel like they really had chemistry.
And I like when the girls are delusional. Like I kind of like that they're kind of like in their own like little like universes. A couple of the girls made some jabs at each other during the like actual interview parts, but I agree with what you're saying. It did seem very detached, and sometimes, to my knowledge, they film the promo sometimes like mid-season. It's not. I believe it's not always at the end. Sometimes it's like they could be like week 5, 6, and they're like, we have to stop and do promo, and it's like that would be absolutely chaotic because you have to go into a completely different headspace. For that moment.
Yeah. And I'm not sure about the media training for a lot of the girls. There's no shade to them. I think a lot of them was like thrust into Drag Race. And so now you have to sell, right? Now you have to be in the spotlight. You have to answer questions that Joey No Fee is throwing at you. And you have to make it fun. But you also have to sell us that you have no idea where you're placing or that you're winning or you're in a finale. Because the NDA. Right. You don't want to spoil the
I would still be intrigued to see what doesn't make the cut. Because like for some of the girls, I think it was like 2 or 3 of the girls started to like ramble, and the producers did that thing where they let them like do it, and then they kind of like speed it up and like make it look like. And I'm like, ooh, I'm like, for the like. My 2 biggest things when a new season airs is the Meet the Queen thing, obviously. But then I really get a sense for the girls with that entrance look and with that entrance line. And I literally was just talking to Plasma today about her intro line is my absolute favorite, like, entrance line to have been said.
I don't remember what her entrance line was.
Well, I don't remember Plasma's.
She walked in and she goes, "Why donate blood when you can donate plasma?" And I said,
that is cute.
Take my plasma. Is cute. Take my plasma right now. Because like some of the girls, like I know what I would say if I went in, and you think that you have it, but once you walk into that room and all those cameras are there, some of the girls freeze and they end up screaming or squawking, which we've seen a couple of times, and it's just like that's the first impression you want to give to the people at home is crazy.
Yeah, I like Susie Toots. I've always wanted my name in the papers. Like, I thought that was cute. And then she came in with the newspaper. I like branding. I think anytime you can tell me who you are and in a short snapshot, I think you're really good.
And you have to. What was it? Was Trixie's? Was it? This isn't Maury Povich or something. It was stupid, but it was so
Yes. But before we get into the actual looks, any of the queens stand out to any of you as far as like your standing so far for what you've seen?
For me, my favorite based on the interviews was Darlene Mitchell. There was something that's very like kind of old school about her and very mature. I also love the fact that she was like, bring back mall drag, like get rid of these designers and just bring back the tank tops and the denim skirts. I was like, yes, like bring that back. I want the entrance look from season 2. That's what I want.
I love a girl who stands mall drag. A mall drag girly. For me, it was Mikey, and then the girl from Denver. I haven't remembered anybody's name yet.
Nene Coco.
That's a good one. I like the girl in the brown with the gold.
Kenya?
Vita?
Oh my god, it was something funny. It was a funny name. It was
Kenya Pleaser?
Can you please her?
Oh yeah, I like Kenya. That voice was not what I was expecting. That voice, I was like, ooh, that's a man, in the best way possible.
Sometimes they set them up in these interviews, and they set her up.
Yes, I have a few faves, but also when we start critiquing the looks and we get to one of the queens, I have something that has been on me for a while, and I want to know if you guys noticed it too, because now I just can't stop seeing this. So I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's like a little adult Walden.
It really is, and like just as a teaser, this queen looks like someone that we know.
Okay.
So if you know, you know.
Heads up, or are we just gonna like?
No, I'm gonna give you the heads up, but I'm gonna say it when we get to the look. Okay, so first up we have Athena Dion, and I mean, I'm so excited for Athena to be on this season. She said that she's auditioned, I don't know how many times. She 15. Said maybe like 13 times, 15 times. I'm like, and they finally put her on the season. So I'm super excited about what she brings. In terms of the promo look, what are we thinking?
For me, it's a yes, ma'am. I love the structure of this. I love the color. I love the way it flowed. I think she looks beautiful, and I love that headpiece on her. It's giving very like motherly vibes.
Was Ova was an option, correct? That was our highest.
Yes.
Okay. I do like it. It's an interesting silhouette. The shoulders are like, we like a big shoulder moment in drag, I think, just in general, which is kind of fun to play around with. But like, she took it there, and then she like really took it there, and the proportions are amazing. Like, everything is proportional to those big ass shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. This is an Ova. I love the look. I think it photographs very well. And it is something about the light hitting that like burnt orange. It feels like it's like fire, embers. I think she did very well. I see the Greek references in this. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from Athena because she's going to give you drag. And this is drag.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason she has so many children.
Literally.
What's the little lady who lived in the shoe?
Oh my god! Oh, I haven't thought about that in years.
I'm like, girl.
Listen, she got to get the tube side. Next up, we have Briar Brush. What are we thinking?
I think this is a yes man. So I think it's very cute. I love the ruffles. I wish the shoulders were a little bit bigger, but I think she looks beautiful. I think she looks great.
I'll second the yes, ma'am. I think it's giving. What is it? Is it Pan's Labyrinth? It's
Yeah.
kind of giving like that wedding gown moment. But I respectfully, I feel like we've seen the silhouette before.
Yeah, it's not the most original.
Yeah. That was that was honestly like a qualm that I had with a few of the girls. Like I was like, I get it, and also we have to think like maybe this was like a year ago, but like I'm just like.
Yeah. I give this a soft ma'am. And the only reason why I gave this a soft ma'am is because it reminds me of Jules Sparkles entrance look from season 17. And so for me, it's so referential to that look that I think the whole silhouette just reminds me of Jules. And I don't think she did it on purpose. I just think that's just like the concept that came up. But because of that, because I've seen it already, it just like pretty much lessened my enthusiasm for the look. And I'm like, I've seen this before. Like all I keep looking at it is I want to give Briar like her flowers, but I just keep looking and seeing Jules. And so it's hard when it's just Jules.
Well, and it's
Jules
hard
in like
too,
10 years.
Like, it's hard too whenever you don't know what all these other girls are going to bring. Like, it's like, it's like a pageant. Like, you don't know what the girl is going to bring for presentation or gown. You just have to hope that yours is the best. And like, I respect and I like the references and I like this, but I just feel like I've seen it before.
Right. And what I will give her credit for is them shoes. She was stomping that fucking runway with them high-ass heels. And I thought the stomp was so cunty in the video that they left that in. And I was like, and then she did the heart. I said, okay, she gets her points. Like, I have to give it to her. Like, especially after that, I was like, that's a good moment. I said, okay, I see you. Okay, come on, Boston. Come on.
I like when they make the girls walk. Like, I love a practical set moment.
Right.
So they've done it a couple times where they'll make the girls walk. Sometimes it's more stationary, but I love to see it.
Yes. I thought that was a really good moment. And it had the thing, and I was like, that's shady, but okay. I was like, that's shady. You did it on purpose, but okay. Next up, we have Sierra Miss. What are we thinking?
For me, this is a meh. I just wanted more fabric. Like I wanted the puffs on the sleeve to be bigger and for the train to be longer, more flowy. I love the armor, but I just think it needed more fabric.
I give it a yes, ma'am. I like that it was. I don't know if I'm giving it a yes, ma'am, because I like the silhouette or because in the interview when she was like selling it, I was like, I see that for you now. It was giving very superhero. It's giving very. It's a unique silhouette, and there are references in the garment that are in like the hair, and I like that attention to detail.
Yeah. I also give this a yes, ma'am. I think it's because it's different. We haven't seen that face before on Drag Race, and I think that's also something different. I loved her interview. I loved her Meet the Queens because she was hinting on being a monster, and I also think that representation on Drag Race is needed too because it's a different perspective. We normally just see that on Dragula, and I think someone who can kind of be that bridge between the two, but also it knows how to like turn it on and turn it off. I think is great. And then I'm a nerd, so I saw Starfire in this, and I'm like, comic books, I have to stand. So that's why she got a yes man for me.
So I have a little bit of a detour here. So I'm from Indianapolis, so I know Sierra.
Okay.
And the scene in Indy is very like pageant heavy, and like it just traditionally has been that. And so like when Blair was on season 10 and then Silky, like those are both also indie girls. So it's really nice and refreshing to see Sierra because she is representing kind of this revolution that's happening in indie with like this more alternative, androgynous and like spooky drag, like to your point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really fun, and that's why it's so hard for me to like look at her and think objectively because like I know the person behind the drag, and to see her on and to see her representing herself authentically it's really admirable because it's hard to do. I feel like that's a really hard thing to do.
I did notice that some other podcasts and just people just on YouTube, they were saying that a note for her is to like edit. They was like, it's too much, and I didn't see that. I actually enjoyed it. I was like, I think she edited perfectly well.
I think in relation to some of the girls that we're going to get to, I don't think editing was an issue that
I agree. For me, I wanted more. Like I didn't want her to take anything off. I wanted more.
The drama. Because I don't feel like I saw the Kate in the runway moment as much as I do like now in like the promo images, and like these promo images are just sick.
They're out of this world. They're so good. What I would say is Sierra Miss That's a really great drag name. Can't lie. That's good. She better trademark it at real fast.
Another really cool thing about Sierra is for the past couple years of Drag Race, she has taken like a collective of girls in India and done like a version of the promo. And so like I think it's like 4 or 5 seasons worth of her recreating the promo imagery with all these like kind of local girls in India. And it's just I can't speak highly enough of this individual, and I hope that they do really well because it's interesting when you have these looks compared to what they bring on the show, because a lot of the times this is a little bit more produced than what they brought, because there's a little bit more there's a lot more continuity that has to happen with the promo stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and then next up we have Darlene Mitchell. What are we thinking?
I give this a yes, ma'am. I love a big silhouette. So I love like all this fabric on her. I love a big wig moment. Like I love the big hair. I think she looks great.
I think this was a soft moment for me. I liked it just like in the grand scheme of the promo, it just like it stood out and like not like our first girl. That look stood out because it was so just like sculptural and so like big and draggy. This stands out because of this color, and it's just not. I don't know. I liked the queen. Like her Meet the Queens was everything. This is our ball drag girly. But I just think like I would have liked to seen this in a different.
Yeah, I also gave this a soft ma'am. To like your sentiment, I think it is just there, right? Like it has elements in which it could be really great, but it's just really safe. Which I mean is very on brand for Darlene Mitchell if you think about it. So so in that aspect, it fits her brand. I loved her personality. I think she is hilarious. That laugh. That gets me all the time. I love that. She kept doing it, and I was like, she's a queen after my own heart. I think she's so stupid. She's so campy. She's ditzy. She looks good outside of drag and in drag. And I'm like, okay, season 18 may be the season of the trade. I'm just saying.
I don't know about trade.
Majority of these girls, they look good. I'm like,
they look good, but they're not trade.
I'm with you. I think they look good.
Looking good is not trade.
It's one that two of them could give you trade though. Two of them.
No, like
one is my fave.
One.
Big bitch. She's a big bitch. Tall. Tall bitch.
This is true, but I'm excited for Darlene. I think Darlene is going to bring mall drag to Drag Race, and it's very refreshing because we're getting mall drag on Canada's Drag Race with Sammy Landry.
I love it,
and so I love it. I think it's great.
Do you think we're gonna get another no more goddamn H&M on the runway situation? I
hope so.
Love to see that on the American version. But like I miss the days of like the earlier seasons when the girls had to bring what they had, because I have so much respect for all the designers that work with these girls and that are booked out for like the next 5 years. But it's like I want to see your perspective and I want to see your like roots into drag. Yeah. And so it's
yeah.
Like
Drag Race has gotten really expensive. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jhoany, but Drag Race has gotten so expensive because of the outsourcing of the designers. And don't get me wrong, like the designers are doing such an amazing job. Like they're bringing these looks, and we want to give them credit, and I think so. But I think it was also a different time back then, right? Like we've grown and we've commercialized this show, and this show has the amount of audiences, and the masses that this show is reaching. I think it needs designers to make some of the looks, because otherwise I don't think it would be Emmy nominated. No, like no shade.
Yeah, but at this point, the girl who like invest in like a look or two, the Got Mix of the world, she had to produce costume all the way through, and like love that for you. But like that's not when we think of like Drag Race and like the representation that I think it meant to give to local drag, it kind of sets us up a little bit, because like a lot of those costumes are not you can't necessarily perform in them from a performer's standpoint.
Yeah, I think Drag Race has reached a point that's big enough that they should be giving the girls a stipend, like give them some type of money in order to get their looks together, because it is very expensive, and we've seen it every season. Like a girl is like, oh, I had to take out a second mortgage in my house, I had to take out a loan, or blah 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 blah, or I'm like $50,000 in debt. Drag Race has enough money, makes enough money out of these girls to be able to provide them with some type of compensation to be able to get their package together.
Under the contract, have you ever seen or like watched any of the reviews on the contracts for Drag Race?
I have not in a while. I remember
I
I used to look into it like back, like early seasons, and they demand like these contracts are shady.
No, for sure. So my first season that I ever auditioned for was season 10, and I want to say that like per episode they were making a lot more money than they're making now, and like they didn't have so much tight reins on like your image. Like that's one of the big like turnoffs for me is like they own your likeness as it's represented on the show. So like say you have like an Alyssa Edwards back rolls moment, like they now own and trademark that like catchphrase and all those things, and like, you know, tomato, but like now like I believe that the money is less per episode, even though they do like if you win a challenge or a mini challenge you get like money. There are some really interesting and, to your point, shady aspects of the contract, and it's turned me off from auditioning. I think the last season I auditioned for was 14.
Yeah. I mean, they make you go through a whole bunch of hoops, and then, you know, like for the casting, I'm like, I get it. It's a TV show at the end of the day, and then you get on the TV show and then you go home first, but you spend all this money and you don't really get to see all these looks, which is why I appreciate sometimes the girls and they do like the unaired looks, and even though like if they go home first or early on in the season, they still like do the photo shoot and get the looks out because you paid money for them. You might as well show them off.
Absolutely.
Okay, so next we have Didi Fuego. What are we thinking?
This look is a soft man for me. I think I love the stoning on it. I think she looks great. I love the silhouette. I just think compared to some of the other girls, it just doesn't sparkle as much. I love a Mexican queen though.
I'm going to stop him as well because I think that, to your point, it didn't stand and wasn't as eye-catching as like some of the other looks, like collectively, but I think individually, like there's potential, and like she looks fucking gorgeous. And what I love about Didi is like she looks like this in person. Like she's a pretty bitch.
Yeah. I'll also give this a soft ma'am. It's giving wedding dress.
That's an expensive.
Like that's the first thing. Like, that's the first thing I thought is like wedding dress. I'm like, Didi's getting married to Drag Race right now, guys, for season 18. Like, this is giving wedding dress. Also, what I would say is in the photographs, photoed really well, but in the actual movement, you lose all of the details. And so that was just something that I was just like, it's a really simple dress. And then I saw the photos and I'm like, oh, it's not a simple dress.
Mm-hmm. I like this photo where her hair almost looks orange, and that elevated it for me.
Mm-hmm. This middle picture where like the light is kind of coming from behind her, I think it like she looks so good. She looks surreal.
Yep. And you know we have to represent the New York City because she's a New York City girlie. So.
New York City and Mexican. Hello.
We have to represent for the New York City.
Didn't we not have a New York girlie last season? We did, didn't we?
It's been like one or two. Like, the earlier season, what was the last season? It was Britta, Jan, Jackie.
11. 12, 11. 12.
I love last season we had Lana Jure, y'all.
Oh, fuck.
We had Lana, y'all. And then we had Crystal, which is New York adjacent. I also think that's the reason. I think that's the reason why they're casting less New York City queens is because of the amount of winners that has come from New York City. And it's no shade to us. I just think they're trying to get a lot of the other dynasties. Now they're trying to get Florida. They're getting the Midwest. They're getting random cities that we wouldn't think of like, as meccas of drag. We're always going to have New York. We're always going to have LA. But now they're trying to get like Seattle. This emerging drag scene in Seattle is coming to Drag Race, and they're dominating the competition. We're seeing it with Irene, Bosco. We may see it with Jane Don't. Who knows? But we are like getting this new wave of like of different cities and seeing their drag. That I think that's kind of what Drag Race is trying to give us.
Because I'm going to poke the bear. What New York girlie would you want to see on Drag Race?
I
was just talking to somebody about this earlier. Frida Kahlo is in her she is in such a rise. I would love to see Frida.
Yes, and again, we need that like Latina representation on Drag Race. Apart from her, I was gonna say Essence, just because I need to see her like send these girls home. Not that I want her in the bottom if she's ever on it, but like Essence can turn a lip sync.
She would play lip sync. Yeah. That would be our lip sync assassin.
Exactly. We haven't had a New York lip sync assassin in a while.
Dare I say, is he uncut?
Is he funny?
Like, can you imagine Izzy in a roast?
Ooh, she would make those bitches cry.
I see her eating up Snatch Game too. Like, Izzy's just a funny bitch.
Snatch Game, the roast, yeah.
Talent
I think show.
Even like the girl group challenge, like she could make a really funny verse. She could spit some bars.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean we have some hidden gems. They just need to audition, and the casting directors need to like find a spot for them, because it's all about like what story they're going to bring, right? Like that's essentially where it's at now. It's what, like, in the grand scheme of the whole entire cast, where is Didi Fuego fitting in, and like what story is she bringing? And I'm excited to see what story she's bringing, or what trajectory they have for her in the season, because she's different than all the other ones.
Yeah, and what their vision for you, it do matter.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have Discord Adams. What are we thinking?
This was a meh for me. I think it was just a lot going on that you kind of lost some of the details. And I needed that hair to be bigger, honestly. Especially like for a mohawk like that, I wanted it to be 5 inches taller.
Yeah, it was a meh for me too. This was one of the ones that when I saw the comments about editing, this was one of the ones that I went to. Just because, like, I think it's that bottom section. For me, it got a little clunky. The top is great. I like the hair. I know some of the girls were like roasting sculptural hair in their confession, or they're like Meet the Queens.
Darlene?
She said, "I want to see no goddamn sculpted wigs with stones."
And then she was like, "Oh, but I do have some."
LOL. I love when a girl stands on principle and is like, "But I have like 5 of them."
Yeah.
Right. Discord got my no ma'am. I did not like this at all. This was not it for me. I didn't like the pose. I didn't like the look. It looks very heavy. And it feels heavy. I think it's her stance and that photo on the left. I just feel like it's everything is just weighing her down. And then the pose doesn't help either. She looks like a linebacker. And I'm not sure if that's what she wanted to do. I'm not sure if that's what she wanted to go for. But it's giving. It's a lot. But I don't feel bad, because not a lot of other people who've been critiquing the looks have liked Discord's promo look. And so I don't feel bad that I'm not the only one who thinks that it is some opportunities with the look.
For sure. I think, not to dip into the next segment of the podcast too much, but I definitely liked hearing about their like inspiration and like all of that. Like, I liked the person. This just for the promo look wasn't giving.
Right. Yeah. And I would say that there has been a lot of discourse about Discord Adams, because there was like this rumor that went around that she was racist. And it was an awkward moment that, like, if you watch the Entertainment Weekly segment where Jhoany, it was like really awkward, because she was like, having to know, like, I'm disqualified. And he's like, what? And I know what she meant. She was trying to like be sarcastic and like play on it and be in on the joke, but he was confused. And so because he was so confused, he really thought that she broke the NDA and was like, are you disqualified? And she's like, no, but if I was, I wouldn't be here. And he's like, oh yes, right. And I'm like, that's not how you do it. Like, I get that you want to play in on the joke and be like, haha, like I know you guys think I'm racist, but I'm not, like all that stuff. But it was bad.
No, those conversations are hard to navigate, and especially on such a grand stage as this, for like you to have your promo release and then there already be like this controversy about you, like that's just not.
Yeah.
Not it.
And no shade, people are trying to find the tweet that she tweeted to either Shay or Shay's daughters. It's not there. Like, people are trying to find it. So apparently it said it was in the ether, but now it's gone. Nobody knows.
Was she from Chicago, or like she was in Chicago for
She
a
was in
moment?
Chicago for a while.
See, that's a cutthroat scene. When I was looking to move from Indy to New York, I had contemplated Chicago, and it's a very cutthroat like drag scene.
Yeah. So we shall see it. I'm sure one of the girls is Nancy Drew, and they will dig it up. So
you said
they absolutely will. Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet forever. Like, they will find it
forever. Yep. And then we have Jane Don't. What are we thinking?
This is a no man for me. I think that, like, it was a lot going on. Like, it feels like different aesthetics coming together, and not in a good way. Like, the wing with the armor, I was just confused.
It was a yes ma'am for me. I think initially when I saw it, it had like the like wow factor that I wanted. But then after like a lot of people pointing out the edit situation, I agree with that. I just think that when you're doing something asymmetrical, there has to be balance. And so like I think it's just too heavy on either side. And I think that like the wings could have been on this side and the armor could have been on this side, and like kind of had like this like weird visual moment, but I liked the concept, and I think that this, knowing that she's with Irene, and I'm like, this is a valid representation of what their drag is going to be like on the show.
Yeah. I gave Jane yes ma'am. It would have been an Ova if she did not have that wing on her side. I think in photos, does it look better? Yes. In motion, it looks really awkward because there's only one wing.
Yeah.
And so if there was another wing to balance it out, it probably would have made sense for the look. But that one wing doesn't make any sense in my book. And so I was just like, it's just there. I see the other little wing in the hair, kind of. And I'm like, okay, is she trying to go for Athena? And I'm like, maybe she's trying to go for maybe like a goddess. And so I see elements of a goddess in there, but I feel like she should have just chopped the wing off.
I think like a cape on the side with the armor might have like balanced it out nicely. It's definitely like, I don't know. There's a redeeming quality to this one.
Yes, but in photos, amazing.
I think it looked better moving than in photographs.
Did you see the back of that dress when she was moving and that wing, which is like this?
But then this picture right here on the left, like I'm so confused. Like it just looks like she has like some type of weird tumor growing out of her.
Tell us more about that wing.
It's that fucking wing.
Like,
it's that fucking wing.
Like chopped off, like just like.
I really did. It's like I wanted to do like what Warren did in X-Men and X-Men.
That's literally what I was just thinking, bitch. I just couldn't remember his name.
No.
With the
yes.
My heart. Yeah. I forgot about that. Like it was there, but then you brought it to the forefront.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I wanted to do with it, and that's kind of what I see. Or like Constantine and Lucifer the Wing, just like that. Yeah, that's kind of what I needed it gone.
He needed to pull a Maleficent on her and just take her wings.
Okay, listen, I didn't come on here to get my heart broke. You're gonna start singing.
Oh no, bitch! I don't think for shit.
Next, that's crazy.
No, but this queen doesn't. I don't think she sings, but she does dance. So it is Juicy Love Dion. What are we thinking?
This is a soft man for me. I love the bodice, like the details on it and the way it kind of like sculpts her body. I think she looks great. The headpiece is cute, and I love all the flowing fabric. It wasn't the most exciting for me.
I'm gonna think soft man it as well, just because I completely forgot about this outfit. I didn't know that this was in the promo set until I just saw it, and like I'm looking at it, and it kind of goes hand in hand with like the soft pink moment. Like this is a soft yellow, and I'm like, I don't know. And as I say, as I'm wearing like this bright fluorescent pink, I'm not a pastels girly, and I don't think this was a pastels moment. This was like light and like warmth, and I'm not getting that from this.
Right. I gave Juicy a soft ma'am as well. It just seems like it is too much fabric just thrown in place and wrapped around her. I think less would have been more in this aspect, or it should have been really intentional with the drapery of the dress. I think the dress itself is really intricate and it's an amazing dress. I love the headpiece. I love the makeup. Face, she looks amazing. It's just that it's a lot of fabric for me for no reason.
Wait. This is the one with the stoned chest piece, correct? I do. Yes. Okay, I remember seeing this one, and the girl earlier that I was like, oh, I feel like I've seen this silhouette before. I remember thinking that about this one, and I feel like that was...
Yeah, I mean, it is very similar to what Monet wore, and I forgot what season, honestly, but it does remind me of that.
I think is it All-Stars?
All-Star 7.
I think it was
the
All-Stars.
The chocolate look with the bow in the back.
Yep. Because like it's this Caporelli reference.
It's potential there. It just needs a little bit of editing, a little bit more guidance. I just think that it's not a bad dress, and it is expensive. It's couture. It's made in Italy. And I think it's good. It just needs a little bit more direction. There's potential here, and I stand Juicy. So like, who doesn't know that?
Maybe the shoe on far. She said, "I'm focused on winning the crown."
Hello.
And you have me out here wanting to do a promo look. I like this headpiece.
Same. Headpiece is good.
We haven't no MAAM'd anybody, so like
I have.
I did.
Ooh.
I did.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. I know MAAM Discord. Jhoany know MAAM, Jane don't.
Yeah.
So you haven't no MAAM'd anyone, and that's okay. That's all right. All right. So next we have Kenya Pleaser. What are we thinking?
This was over for me.
This is what?
This was over for me. Like, I liked the pairing of this Jones with the garment. It was giving very ethereal, and I think that, I think silhouette-wise, it's a really interesting composition.
For me, this is a yes, ma'am, and the only reason it's not an over is because I think we lose some of the details because there's not enough contrast in the fabric choice, so you can't really see everything that, like, all the detail that's there. Had she put like maybe a little more stones in it or chosen a slightly different fabric or something like that, I think it would have been like, it would have shown that and it would have been over for me. But because it all kind of gets lost, it's just a yes, ma'am.
I liked it better on the runway. Like, I liked it better in motion. These photos, I think, to your point, it's not doing it justice.
I agree. I think this is a yes, ma'am. I'm excited for Kenya Pleaser. First of all, I'm going to vote for anybody black. Okay? Like, so I don't care. If she could have came out here and she looked a hot-ass mess, I'm going to be like, yes, sis, you got my vote. But besides that, I am excited for Kenya Pleaser. One, that name is amazing. So shout out to the name. Then she says she's a Lizzo of drag. And I was like, hell yeah. But I just think her personality is funny. I think she's going to be a contender to the crown for sure. I like the look. I just think it needed a little bit more. Because when she turned around, it just was the corset. And so I feel like maybe if she had some fabric like draped on the corset or coming from the corset, doing something else that didn't really look like a corset and panties, you know? I just think, but what I do think that she got points for me is the collar piece and how it connected from both sides. I thought that was great.
I do wish that was just a little bit bigger though. Like that collar, I think just maybe like an inch higher would have been great.
I mean, you know the gays especially like big that things, big of course.
Yeah, I know. I love a dramatic moment. More is more.
Hello. All right, then we have the Philadelphia queen, Mandy Mango. What are we thinking?
Meh. I think it's a cute attempt, but it's just I lose the shape with the fabric in the back. I think she looks great, like from the neck up, but I really don't like the dress.
I'm gonna meh this as well because like the winner for this was the hair. Like, what do you mean you made a crown out of hair and there are jewels in it? That's absolutely wild for me. And I think that set the stage for the garment to be of that caliber, and it wasn't. It's also pastel. I don't know why I'm hating on pastels right now, but I want to rip my eyes out. I don't know what's happening. Am I drunk already?
I also give this a meh. I give this a meh. I think the standout is the hair. The fact that she made a crown out of hair, I think it's amazing. Also, I think it's so much going on in the back and not enough happening in the front so that the balance is off. You have all of this fabric in the back. So it's a party in the back and then you see this and she just has like a corset and a panty. That's it.
For sure. It could have been like a cute like Victor and Rolf moment where they had all that like volume and it wrapped maybe around to the front and created a skirt and you had that sculptured like bust. That could have been really cute. But yeah, it looks like she has on a corset and then like a reveal coat, like a duster. She gonna jump from there? She gonna take it off? She gonna do a reveal?
Like, is she not taking it off? Or it's given Kyron Thrax. Like, everybody was so excited for Kyron to take that coat off, and she had nothing underneath that was worth taking the coat off. So it's that. It's no shade, but Mandy Mango, I'm like, name is cute, hair is good. I don't know. Okay. So then we have Mia Starr. What are we thinking?
This was another meh for me. Just didn't find this exciting. It's like a corset. I think she looks great from the, again, neck up. I love the makeup. I love the hair. But the actual outfit, I'm just like, not excited about it at all.
I can't stop looking at the pasties. Like, I'm like, oh, are you looking at me or am I looking at you? And so I can't even comprehend anything else that's happening. I think that's like, oh no. I'm going to say edit, and that's the nice word that I'm going to use, but like, it's just distracting. It's like, it was like a taste level for me. Like, what do you mean you have white pasties on your boobs?
Yes. I gave this a meh. Okay, so this is the queen that I said I was talking about in the beginning. So I want you to look real close. Doesn't she look like Olympia?
I don't. Maybe in that middle picture a little bit, but not really. Honestly,
It's giving the Fantasia girl. Okay.
She doesn't look like Olympia to you guys?
No.
She looks like a... Really?
Girl, what you smoking?
That was I'm not smoking.
She looked like Olympia. Like now.
No, I don't see it.
I'm sorry,
I don't
babe.
know.
I don't mean to leave you out on this ledge by yourself, but
I
I
don't,
don't
I
see
don't
it
know.
either.
I don't get it. I don't understand how you guys don't see the Olympia. But okay,
Maybe
that's
we
the
don't know
first.
Olympia like you know Olympia.
Probably, but
Maybe
that's
that's
a
what it is.
maybe.
We're
That's.
just a bunch of posers.
I mean, that's the first person I thought of when I saw this. I was like, why does Mia Starr look so much like Olympia?
That's
Like
crazy.
they could be doppelgangers.
Have you ever seen them in a room together?
I mean, but also, side note, I know Mia Starr, like the boy Mia Starr. She's a dancer. She's been on, like, she's did background for a lot of, like, singers and stuff. Also, sexy outside of drag.
He is the only one where I'll be like, okay, he can maybe pass off as trade.
It's not the only one. It's another
And
one.
we're back on the trade train.
There's another
I
one.
think he's the only one who could maybe pass off as trade. Everyone else, I was like, they're cute, they look good, but not trade.
There's another one. That's a man. Okay? That's another one. I'm going to leave it to later on in the episode, but Mia Starr, yes. And then there's another one that's a man. And I'm like, yeah.
You said Mia, call me.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Mikey Meeks. What are we thinking?
I think this was an interesting concept. I like it. I think it's a yes, ma'am. I love the hair. I love all these like pieces coming out of her with the jewels on it. I think it's good.
This was an over for me. This was my favorite look that happened. And the more that I look at it, the more I like find a reference. So initially I just liked it. I just liked the silhouette. I liked how unique it was. And then what really pushed it over the edge for me was her couplets are pearls. And I was just like, you thought about this head to toe. I don't know anything about this girl, but I'm very excited and intrigued. It's giving elevated, like campy, non-BFA version of like Plasma and Susie, if that makes any sense.
I see that. I also gave Mikey Meeks an over. This is my favorite promo look. I thought this was great. When I saw it, I said, yes, thank you. Someone gets it. That's what I was like, thank you.
And it photographed beautifully too. Like it looks good in the photos. It looks great on the runway.
I'm like, and I'm a sucker for a drag queen who does that finger, who does that hand thing. I don't know why. I live for that pose with that hand. Like, you got me. Like, I'm sold. But also, I mean, Mikey Meeks is a really great drag queen from Florida. She's making a name down there. And so people, like, this is the queen on everybody's name in Florida right now. She's hot. She's a dancer. I think she can sing. She can act. She can do all of it. So Mikey Meeks is going to be a true contender to the crown. And she had that YouTube series. I forgot what the name of it was, but it was like she had a whole bunch of drag queens auditioning to be on to have a rotating hosting or gig at this bar that she was at. It's a pretty interesting show, but I don't expect anything less from this look because Jeffrey Kelly made it. And I mean,
literally, I was idling between his page and like going up for it, and then being on like the Drag Race page, like being like, this is my favorite look. And I think that what I know about Florida drag is it's also very pageanty heavy, and to see somebody with this unique of a perspective on drag come up and hear that they're doing really well in Florida is really inspiring to hear. I'm eager to see how she does.
All right. Then we have Nini Coco. What are we thinking?
This was a yes man for me. I like how she kind of took it a different route than all the other queens. I love all these spikes. It's kind of simple at the end of the day, but I like it. And I love how she took it up to the hair.
This was another over for me. I'm so sorry. I liked it so where like Mikey was giving like soft and like very like fluid. This is giving very sharp and rigid, and I kind of am like angel devil on shoulder moment. This look is fun. I think it's fresh. The only issue that I had with this was when she turns around, the back piece is a little clunky, but still, it's an over for me.
It's an over for me too. When I saw it, I said, oh my God. I said, yeah. I said, Nini Coco understands the promo. She got it. It's like, let there be light. And she, to me, was giving me the sun. She was giving me the sun, the rays, right? I love the hardness of the look. Even though it's like a simple catsuit, but at the same time, it's embellished very well. It looks very expensive. She's giving me winter vibes from the promo. And I was just like, there's something about these photos, which I'm like, Nini Coco, I had no idea who you were prior to this show, but I'm in I'm a stan.
But I think you do because she's the girl, if you remember, she did the praying mantis. Did you ever see that clip of the girl dressed up as
From
a
where?
praying mantis? She has the like serving dish and then she like bites off the eye of the male praying mantis head. I think you've seen the clip before. That's her.
No, but I
probably
need
have
to.
seen it. Right.
Okay.
I feel like I need to refresh my memory. It
Right?
sounds, like when you hear something, it's like, I think I've seen that before, but you just can't like really put your finger on it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for what Nene Coco is gonna bring because this promo is a good promo. I'm like, she did that. Jhoany's a hater.
No, honestly, this is the closest one that came to an over for me. But this year, we have seen some amazing promo looks in other franchises. And none of these looks gave me the same reaction that some of those looks gave me. Like, I'm thinking of, like, Alyssa Hunter from All Stars. Like, that look was absolute over for me. Like, or that girl from España whose name I can never remember. But those looks, like, got a guttural reaction out of me. And none of these looks did that. They were good, but none of these looks, like, made me, like, gag and, like, jaw drop.
Okay, that's fair. And then last but not least, we have Vita Von Teese Star. What are we thinking?
I don't think there's anything wrong with this look, apart from it just being kind of like, comparatively to the other girls, it's just kind of basic. It's just a very like simple drag look. She looks great. She looks beautiful. But for me, it's just like, meh.
I think this gives a yes, ma'am, for me. I think it looked better on the runway. It looked better in motion. I'm not gagging for any of the promo images of it, but I remember her being on the, and I think that was just her presence. I think what I liked about her is that I just like her.
Yeah, I gave Vita a yes, ma'am. Vita is a drag queen through and through, right? And again, I'm a root for my black girlies because I have to, and especially in this season, I just think that because there's only two of them, casting, you guys got to do better. But besides that point, Vita is a drag queen, quintessential. Like, this is old school pageant drag. If you pay attention to Vita's Instagram, Vita is a drag queen. Like, Vita's going to give you some looks. She makes her looks. Like, she's in the pageant scene. If you are from, like, the Alabama scene, you know Vita. Vita. That's all I got to say.
What do you mean she's a pageant queen? The girl who was off the back in her interviews telling the girls to wear pads. I said, that better be the first thing that you say.
Right? Listen. Also, if you take Vita outside of drag, that's a man, child. That's a man. I live for some Vita. I love me some Vita. Vita she's good. So I can't wait till the girls get to see Vita.
Right. I'm excited to see what she brings because I know that we're going to get. I think something that I've always clocked is that there's somewhat of a typecasting that happens, and this is giving like traditional, like southern.
Mm-hmm. Very that.
Yeah, I think what I'm excited about is that we have some old school drag. Obviously, Vita is bringing like pageantry drag, old school drag to the competition. We have some funny, some campiness, but some new wave campiness, right? I think there may be something old about Darlene Mitchell, but there's something still very fresh about her as well. And I think that's great. But then you also have like someone who is a drag mom, a drag grandma with Athena Dion, who's been doing this for years. So we're going to get that experience and those looks and just professionalism coming from Athena because she's not going to bring anything less. Yeah. And then we may get the newer age queens like the Juicy Love Dions, where this may be, like they may not be doing drag all the time, but they can buck the house down. So I'm excited to see what this season will bring.
Nani and I were Nani and I were talking last night, and she was saying that there are three circles of drag. Like you're performing, you're a love girl, or you're like a host girl. And we were talking about like the girls who like cross section into two, but like rarely do you see somebody who can encompass the three. And I think when you're breaking down what America's Next Drag Superstars is, they want the look. They want to be able to perform, and they want you to be able to hold your own on a microphone. And I think those were such three very telling things from an entertainer standpoint. Like if that's what you're looking for, then the audience is obviously, I can go down the stairs in a red wig and people are like chaperone, and I'm like.
Yeah. I also think that the fans need to realize that our version of who America's Drag Superstar is different from the show's version of who America's Drag Superstar is.
Yes.
And so sometimes it matches. Like last year we got Anya Nerve. And so we were like, yes, like we were rooting for Anya and then we got it. And then we were like, they made the right choice. Sometimes the show doesn't. And I think it's because what we think America's Drag Superstar may not actually be what the show wants to portray. And that's okay. And so it may, hopefully it resonates with us and the show at the same time. And we get another winner who we're like, yeah, we're rooting for. But hopefully the producers don't edit this to favor someone and you know, I hate when they do that.
No, it's not fair to the queens and it's not fair to the audience to lay it out like that. And I think that earlier when you were saying the girls are kind of in their delusion of nobody was referencing or like throwing shade at anybody in their interviews, and I think that is going to really speak to the caliber of drag that we're going to get, because I think we're going to get professionalism. I think we're going to get some looks. And I think that it might be a little light on the drama. Like, I'm not seeing a girl, I'm not seeing like a Candy, you know, or a Mistress Isabel Brooks. Like, I'm seeing like girls who are like, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And like, that's what I want to see.
Especially coming from season 17 where all those queens are really young. And sometimes it's a little annoying because that's all they know, right? Like you had a whole season of queens who grew up watching Drag Race, so all they know is Drag Race.
Well, like when we look back at like earlier seasons, like when we think about like the Rajas and the Willems, like those were girls who had a perspective on drag and they knew their lane and they were on the show to showcase that. That's what I want to see. I don't mind the drama girls, but when I see it, I'm like, you're distracted and you're not here for anything other than the drama, and it's just kind of like, it's disappointing to see it.
Like I listen, I love a little bit of drama. I love Mistress Isabel Brooks, but I need a girl who gives drama but can back it the fuck up. Like if you're gonna be mean, be able to like demolish these girls on the runway or on the challenges. Like don't be mean just for mean's sake and then you bomb all the challenges. I like a girl who's mean and who can be a villain, but is gonna be there all the way to the end because of her merit.
Sure. I think that since you brought it up, Valentina was right.
Girl, that was so long ago.
Stop. Oh my god, I'm so cut off. No, I love Valentina. People love to shit on Violet Chachki, but like when you're saying that, like when you're saying that, like the girls who are like in their delusion and kind of were like a little bit maybe poignant, because like Valentina's thing is that she was just so delusional that she just could not be bothered with things, and Violet's thing is like Violet knew the caliber of drag that Violet was bringing, and you know, we were talking about Mikey being from the South and having this unique perspective on drag. Violet had that. It just came from the South, so it's polished. And that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So let's go around. Who had your favorite look?
Nini.
I have to give it to Mikey as well. I think Mikey did an amazing promo. That was a really great promo look.
Now it's, are you going to be able to back it up with your entrance look? I'm telling you, these entrance looks make or break the world for me.
That true. And that first runway, because some of the times like they'll have like a great promo look or a great entrance, and then they come out in this first runway. I'm like, ooh, girl, what were you thinking?
Well, like when they do the talent show at the jump, that gives me anxiety. Because I'm like, so like we're just running me through the garment. It's like when you go to the buffet and you're like, you know what, I want a little bit of everything, and you're just like, it's that, like when they give us that, it just makes me so anxious.
All right, friends. Well, there you have it. That was our kind of recap or critique or judgment of the Meet the Queens / the promos of RuPaul's Drag Race season 18. And friends, you already know what to do. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a single episode of No MAAM. And until next time, y'all.